Hello, everyone.
ఎవరితో
Hello, hi, good morning, everyone. You can unmute. All of you can unmute, at least I can hear you.
Yeah. Hi, Ravi. This is Reshma.
Hi, Reshma, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
All great, all.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Naveen here.
Hi, Mr. Naveen, how are you doing?
Good. How about you?
All great, sir. So, Mr. Naveen, all people are connected right now? Like, there are some more people to join?
Mansa. Hello?
Yeah, hi Naveen.
Yeah. Can you check?
We can start the class like everyone will join.
Sorry?
Everyone is connected.
What happened?
Yeah.
The participants are, it shows only 6 people right now. Where is Vinay?
Everyone is connected through his class.
Vinay, Pratishna. Kadia. Okay, joined. Shiva? Okay, then if everything is, everyone is on, then let's start now. Mansa, confirm with Ravi.
Yeah, everyone has been joined. Please start the class.
And please ensure like you are connected through laptop, then only it will make the meeting more productive, because I'll engage you in my screen itself. So sometimes I may ask you like, if I have done something, I may ask you to do the same thing in my screen itself. So to make this session a little productive, ensure you people are connected through laptop or desktop.
Ravi. Hi Ravi.
Yeah, Mansa.
Everyone has been joined. You can start the class.
I can start the session.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. So thanks for having me here for Excel session. So as I had only the discussion with Mansa till now over like your learning requirement basically on the basic till advanced version of Excel. So I just want to understand from your end, like one of you, like what are your expectation out of this particular course basically, and what are your objectives that you are trying to serve, so that I am clear on my part that my deliverables are onto the expectations that you are looking for. And before that, I just want to like what my background basically. So I'm into this field for almost like close to 10 years, and I've been doing for corporates, colleges, individuals. Even I get into uh, what do you say, projects activities where I develop dashboards for organizations as well. So over this period, what I have realized is something, this is something, a kind of a tool which is required in every possible department. And these days, it's one of the mandatory skill to have an Excel as one of an important skill apart from your communication and interpersonal skills. And as the technology is evolving, Excel also has evolved a lot over a period. They have kept on adding new things to the their entire ecosystem basically. And now it is the strongest tool possible. Like you may find almost like 95% users across the world making use of Excel on a routine basis. So one by one, if you can list me out, so that it would be easier for me to understand your expectation out of this whole thing. And so that I don't miss out on anything, and you also don't feel like we did the training, but it didn't serve the purpose for us. So even you should feel like if you have engaged your and like in the 24 hours, one hour here for next 15-20 days or the entire month, you should take some positives out of this. Like, yeah, something has changed in me, what I was 1 month before. Like once you, let's say we reach to 31st by month of this next month end, you should feel like, okay, this year I have learned something and I will perform something on my daily routine. And yes, this is going to help me in my daily reporting or whatever uh, the skill I have earned over a period. It is, I'm going to apply to my current role or probably the next role. Yes. Madam, you can talk. Ratishna. So I expect the people to talk, because if you are talking, then I can make it more engaging. Otherwise, it will seem like I'm talking to walls. So I don't want that thing to happen. You should ask me as open as you can. Even if it is a serious doubt, you can ask me, but don't ask me personal questions. Like all right. Yeah. One by one, please. So who want to take the initiative? Mansa, you start.
Manasa,
Yeah.
okay, I'll start with my, yeah. Okay, then start.
So what we're expecting from you is to like, we have to be perfect with the formulas in the Excel sheet, and also we are expecting to learn like pivot tables, H loop and V loop.
Okay. So basically, you want to get yourself acquainted with the formulas and the reporting tools like pivot table and all. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Next.
So I'm Naveen.
Yes, Mr. Naveen.
Actually, I'm expecting, I used to prepare some data to present leadership team. I ought to be perfect in terms of formulas as well as into advanced Excel, complete advanced Excel, like pivot tables, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, everything.
Okay, great. Yes, Pratyusha. Reshma, right? Pratyusha, you.
Yes, Ravi, this is Reshma, but joined with other records. So, yes, as my colleague mentioned about the formulas, we are looking forward to know all the more formulas, and we should be easy enough to work with the Excel because we are just starting everything. And whatever it is, there should be no confusion more ahead like that.
Okay, great. So all of you are from HR department?
Ravi, few of them are like from HR admin, finance team, and also HR.
Okay, so who are from the finance? So they may be having, they are already a user of Excel, so they may need something advanced maybe. Mr. Vinay, Soumya, Sadia, Pooja. Soumya, you have to unmute, you have to turn on your audio. You haven't turned on the audio.
Manasa. Manasa,
Yeah, Navi.
please inform others to talk to them, no? Talk to him, right?
Yeah,
If they are available. I think everyone is unmute right now. I think they are not able to understand.
yeah, they are on the call.
Let's talk to Sadia or Shiva. He's asking, right? Pratisha is not around?
Pratishna?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Pratisha, I was mentioning your name only first. Why you didn't do that?
Sir, I came out to connect to my laptop.
Okay. Yes, Pratishna, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
All great. So help me with your, what exactly you are expecting out of this program.
So, as I mentioned, I wanted to execute formulas without any confusion, and also, to do the basic works without, copy pasting from web if needed. And
Basically,
also,
kind of a shortcuts and something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Which
You
will
don't have to, yeah.
too
Not
much of
repeat.
manual work basically is there, and that you want to enhance.
Yeah.
That one.
That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Pooja, Sadia, Mr. Vinay, Soumya. See, the more you talk, the more it becomes easier. This topic is more of a like you can make something good out of this program just by simply interacting more.
Hi, sir. This is Sadia here.
Hi, Sadia.
Sir, actually, I want to use the more of keyboard
Okay, basically
shortcut
keyboard
keys
shortcuts.
and
Yeah.
less with mouse. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yes,
This
sir.
will actually help you to do your work a little faster as compared.
Yeah, I want the less use of mouse, and I want to perform all the shortcut keys or formulas or whatever it is with the help of keyboard only.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and I also want the advanced formulas, like some of the calculating formulas we have.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, sir.
Pooja, Mr. Vinay, Soumya.
Hi Ravi, I'm Vinay.
Mr. Vinay, tell me sir.
How are you? Hey, we're just looking for shortcut keys of keyboard shortcut keys, Excel shortcut keys, and advanced formulas in Excel, pivot table, chart,
Okay.
like this. Okay. We are here, HR department, finance, admin. We are gathered here. Okay. And everyone is looking for same
set of improvement in their current routine, basically.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great.
And the formulas like year calculations, days calculations, and some other experience calculation in Excel. The complete we're looking for advanced.
Okay.
Mostly we are into Excel manual only. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Vinay. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your views. Let me first take you through to the curriculum. What exactly we're going to do. This is an elaborated one. So initially, the focus will be on, even though it is specified as advanced, we'll start from basic onwards, where we'll be covering concepts corresponding to relative, absolute references and all. And then basic calculation sum, average, and then we'll keep on increasing the level by adding more functions to it. So we have a good vocabulary of functions available with us. And then combination of functions, how to combine multiple functions into one. Then you have a lot of tools available, how to use them effectively, sorting, optimizations, new tools which are introduced in the Excel. Then you have pivot table charts, how to make your MIS outputs and all things, conditional formatting, data validations. Then how to extract data from external sources, like it can be, the data may be available on a web, or data may be available on some databases, how to extract it from there. Then recordable macros, and ultimately something which call it as dashboards. Now coming to dashboards, it's this is how does it looks like. Here it is. Yeah, these are dynamic ones basically. So these days, if you are reporting to the higher management, they look for something of this type basically. How you can be creative with your data basically. So I had the data in the background, but how you can be creative in getting your reports in which is more user friendly to the like higher managements. Like those people who are sitting in CEO's positions or something like that, they don't have time to look into multiple sheets. What they want is everything at one place. So all the stats are there at one place, and then simply by just using simple filters, I'm able to manipulate my results over here. So this is what is in demand these days. So by end of our curriculum, we'll be in a position to at least capture something of this nature. But for that, we need to be good at certain functions, formulas which are there in the background. So up to this level would be your curriculum. And I'll ensure if you practice on a regular routine, you'll be able to reach something of this type. All good, everyone?
Yeah.
Great. Okay then. And please don't hesitate in asking. Even if you feel it is a serious doubt, please ask. Because then only you can make something productive in this session. All right then, everyone. So let's begin. So we'll begin with the initial basic concepts, and then we'll keep on increasing the level of it. So first thing, if you are learning, you should know what is Excel first. So what is Excel? Excel is a spreadsheet tool. Now, why we call it as a spreadsheet tool? Because we have various set of vertical and horizontal lines. Vertical lines, horizontal lines. These vertical and horizontal lines are said to be as rows and columns. So how many rows and how many columns basically? Now, number of rows and columns actually depends on the version of Excel. So we have various versions like till 2003. Then we had 2003 in the market, 2007, 2010 MS Office, 2013, 2016, then you had Office 365, then you had 2019 and recently launched 2021. So pre 2003, like 2095, 93, like those kind of versions. And after that, there were considerable changes in 2003. And from 2007, the world is completely different. So till 2003, there were 65,536 set of rows, 65,536 rows, and there were 256 set of columns. And since 2007 onwards, it's 10,48,576 rows and 16,384 set of columns we have. But generally, your columns are depicted in the form of alphabets. So how would I know which is the last column in this? Which is the last column after this? So possibly even after Z, it starts as A, A, B, A, C like that. But how to reach to the last cell here? So if you have control keys on your system, when you have hold the control key with right arrow key. So control with right arrow key, you go to the extreme right. So XFD is the last column, and in the older version, it was IV was the last column. So control with right arrow key, you go to the extreme right. Control with back arrow key, extreme back. Control with down arrow key, extreme down, and control with up arrow key, extreme up. So with the help of control and 4 arrow keys, you go to the navigate to the extreme ends of the spreadsheets. Okay. Next is extensions. Now, what do you mean by extensions? So you have various types of files available on the system. Sometimes you have PPT, sometimes Excel, sometimes PDF, sometimes JPEG. Various types of files are sometimes DOC. How would I know which one is Excel? So till 2003, the last extension was .xls, and since 2007 onwards, it's .xlsx. Now, how would you evaluate? When you see an Excel file at the end, you will be able to find .xls or .xlsx. So these are known as extension for the file. All okay up to this? So till now, what we have understood, what is an Excel? Excel is a spreadsheet tool having certain set of rows and columns. Combination, and we have these many rows and columns depending on the version of Excel. So based on the MS Office 2003, we have these many rows and these many columns. And since 2007 onwards, we have 10 lakh above rows and 16,000 above columns we have. Okay. Next is, what do you mean by cells? Now, what are cells for us? Now, these rectangular blocks that we see around, these rectangles, small rectangles that we see around, these are the cells for us. So basically, we call them as, these are intersection of rows and columns. So whenever a particular column meets with particular row, the meeting point is said to be as a cell. So how many cells we have? Number of cells? Actually, it depends on the version. So when you multiply the number of rows with the number of columns, that will give you the number of cells. Basically, these are rows multiplied by columns. So we have 1717 plus crore cells basically. So too many cells. And basically it's multiplication of rows and columns. And what type of data you can enter into these cells? Basically, we can enter 3 types of data. The first one is numeric, second one is text, and third category is formula. In a particular cell, we can enter numbers, we can enter alphabets, which is text, and we can enter formulas. Now, how would you evaluate the data entered is number. How would you evaluate the data entered is text? And how would you verify the data entered is formula? Yes. Anyone who can help me in this, understanding this part? How would you evaluate the data is text, number, or formula? Yes. Anyone? Reshma?
Ravi, I guess I don't have idea about it.
So how would you know like the data entered is a number, text, or a formula? Anyone? Mr. Vinay? Sadia? Soumya?
Yeah, Ravi, I'm answer. Ravi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. When we type like it is a number. Like if it is in a numbers, then it is a numeric. If
Okay.
it is in the alphabets, like it is a data like which we are entering there. And coming to the formulas, like there will be a cells which they are combined.
Okay. Okay. In this two, what is a number and what is a text? Simple, by looking, I can say 34 is a number, A is a text. But is there any other difference we can find? A number data by default will align itself to the right side of a cell. If you can see, it is aligned to the right side of a cell. And text data by default will align itself to the left side of a cell. It's a left aligned. And coming to formula, it always starts with equal to symbol. Any formula begins with equal to symbol. So this is the best way to identify, because sometimes what really happens, your number may behave as text since it's left aligned. In those cases, you won't be able to perform some mathematical operations onto them. So you need to be cautious on those things, because when I read the description of this, it says that number stored as a text. Now, how it is stored in the text, in the form of text, we'll try to understand in the later part. But sometimes it may happen as, but by default nature of a number is always aligned to the right side. Next is, what do you mean by range? Now, individual box that we see around, individual rectangle that we see around is a cell for us. But two or more than two cells together is said to be as a range. So what is a range? The range is collection of consecutive cells. Now, what do you mean by this? When you have multiple cells together, it is said to be as a range for us. Now, how to define a range? Now, to define a range, we need to look into from where it starts and where it ends. Now, every cell has its own starting cell address and ending cell address. How would you know? As soon as you highlight, it is saying it is available in n column and 14th row. So the cell address of this is n14, and same way this cell is known as R18. So the range is n14 to R18. So this is the range for the specific place. Next is worksheets and workbook. Now, what do you mean by worksheet and what do you mean by workbook? What is worksheet and what is workbook? Yes, anyone? Individual sheets like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, these are the worksheets for us. And the complete whole Excel file is said to be as workbook. Individual sheets are the worksheets and the whole Excel file is known as workbook. So the maximum number of sheets that you can include in a single Excel file is 255. So these are the maximum number of sheets you can include in a single Excel file. Now, till now, what we have understood is what is Excel And what are the various components of Excel? So Excel is a spreadsheet tool having certain number of rows and column. Now combination of this rows and column is said to be as a cell. Multiple cells makes up range. Multiple range makes up worksheet, and multiple worksheets makes use of workbook. Next is what Excel does. Anyhow, today is the introductory lecture. So anyhow, I'll be sharing you this file on a routine basis, along with some practice assignment for whatever we have done on the regular routine. So please ensure whatever it is on a daily basis, you try to perform the assignment and try whatever we have learned, try experimenting that as well. Because this is a subject which is not a theoretical, it requires practice. Now, what is Excel? We have done. Now, what we want to know is what Excel is used for. So, what Excel basically does. The major purpose that we actually use the Excel is majorly for storing the data. Next is already existing data we try to pull out by fetching the set of records we have. We also use it for the purpose of performing some kind of a data analysis, like previous year sales compared with current year sales, data reporting in the form of charts and graphs, and calculations in the form of formula and function. These are the purposes for which we make use of Excel. All good, everyone, up to this place? Yes. At least you can put thumbs up, thumbs down in the chat or whatever. Hello. Or just say hi, okay, fine, go ahead. That's also good with my mistake. I got disconnected. Sorry, I got disconnected. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay. So what we were discussing last time. So what Excel does, we actually use Excel for storing the data, fetching already existing records. We use it for the purpose of performing some kind of a data analysis, data reporting in the form of charts and graphs, and calculations using formulas and functions. Till now, everyone all okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sadia. Now, let's say I have a case as I have certain products. And I need some months. So I type Jan. Now, if I need Feb, I don't need to type everything as a manual. What basically I can do is just type Jan. And if I simply drag from the corner right, I'll be able to get the respective months. So I don't need to type for individual months. And this works also downward as well. So if I drag it down, I'll be able to get the other month as well. So what I did is I just simply dragged from Jan to April. So I need only 4 months data basically. Now, similarly, in this case also happens in the case of Sunday, Monday also. You type Sunday, short form or full form, whatever it is. You type Sunday and drag, you get respective weekdays. Now, what if I need serial numbers? What should I do? If I need serial numbers?
We can simply write 1 and 2, and if we drag, all numbers come automatically.
Yeah, that's good. So we don't need to type each and every number in that. Just simply type 1 and 2. That's more than sufficient. And after writing 1 and 2, you can select, you need to highlight both and drag. Now, this is also helpful in cases sometimes you need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So just write the first two and drag, you'll get respective pattern. So it understands the pattern, like what is the difference between the two numbers, and simply generates the same set of patterns for the other categories as well. Okay, now I just want to fill up with some data in this. I got some random data here. I used a function named as rand between to get those numbers. So rand between lower number, basically minimum number you want and maximum number you want. So is equals to rand between, I got the number between 10 to 99. And I dragged thereafter, I got the numbers in multiple places. Now, but the problem with this is when you refresh, the numbers are changing. I need to ensure these numbers are fixed. So what you can do is you can copy them off and right click, paste special and convert to values. So copy, right click, paste special, values. So copy, right click, paste special and convert to values and do OK thereafter. After getting the numbers in all the place, copy them, right click, paste special, values and done. The numbers are fixed now because they are no longer a formula anymore. They are just simply plain numbers. Okay, let's say these are the number of units I sold in the respective months for each product category. Now, if my boss asks me something, okay, can you help me to find out how many total units of product you have sold in the month of Jan? Then what should I do? How many products we sold in the month of Jan?
Add all the January.
So here we need to get into something which we call it as formula. So any function or formula starts with is equal to, and the way we do in a calculator, we will start adding them individually. First number plus second number, third number, but this will take a lot of time. If you have thousands of numbers, this will take a lot of time. So to help this in a better prospect, what we do, we first put is equal to whatever the name of the function we have, we type bracket open, and whatever the set of numbers we want to add, we'll simply select those numbers. So in this case, we are adding a certain range of cells specified between B24 to B29. I simply highlighted those set of cells and close the bracket. Now, once it is done, you can see I'll get the total of respective numbers. Total of respective numbers is obtained. Now, I don't need to type a separate formula for performing this. Simply drag the same and you will be able to get the output. So I'm getting the same set of output, simply dragging the. Now this is sum formula. Again, is equal to sum, bracket open, and simply select those numbers which you want to add. Bracket close, enter, and you get the output. So this is using sum formula. Now there is a better technique than this we could have used. In that case, you don't even need to write a formula also. Now what you need to do is simply, whenever you simply highlight those numbers which you want to add, at the bottom you will be able to see the sum at the bottom. So in the status bar, sum, count, average, everything is visible. Now what you can do is simply select those numbers, go to the home, and you will find this sigma summation button. So once I simply click on this auto sum button, I'll be able to get the same number up there. So this option is known as auto sum. Now once done, drag to the right side, I'll be able to get the total of respective cells. This is okay with everyone? Pratishna, Mr. Vinay, Soumya, Pooja, Sadia.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, sir.
All good. Next is, if I need to find out what is the total of Nokia of 4 months, simply select those numbers and simply click on AutoSum. You will be able to get the total of respective numbers. Now, once I drag it, I can see the number appearing for all of them. So this is same AutoSum I did, and I got the same result for it. Now, same way, I can also find out what is the average of this 4 months data. So what I need to do, one method is total divided by number of months, but you can simply type average. Don't write AVG. You need to completely type average, bracket close, and done. Now you can see that I'm getting the average of respective numbers. Likewise, if I need to find out what is the maximum number between Jan to April, I can use the function named as max in those scenarios. Now, what max function help us to do is equals to max, and simply select those numbers. I'll be able to get the maximum of those numbers. So max gives me the maximum in the selected range. Likewise, we also use min. Now, min is a function which helps us to find out the minimum in the selected range. So in this selection, what is the minimum number? So total will give you, sum will give you the total, average will give you the average of the selected range, max will give you the maximum, min will give you the minimum, and same way, if I need to find out how many months data we are capturing, we'll make use of the function named as count. So count, and count how many entries we have here. So we have 4 entries for every data. Every product, we have 4 entries. Now, if I delete one of the number in this, it says there are only 3 entries in this, because one entry is blank. But if I write 0, then it will consider that one also. So 0 is a number, but empty is considered as no entry. Okay. Now, if somebody asks me, I know there are 4 months of data. If somebody asks me how many products are there, how many products are listed here?
Six.
There are 6 products listed. Now, what formula we can use? Anyone?
Maybe highlight and drag, and then you can look at the bottom.
We just found out how many months data we had. What function we used?
Count.
Can we also use the same, count the number of products? Let's try. So is equals to count the number of products. Now, if I do this, I'll get 0. Why? Because count is a function works for only numerical data. We need to use a different function named as count A, which works as alphanumeric. Means it works for alphabet as well as numbers. So you need to be a little cautious in understanding like what kind of a data you are capturing. So in this case, we are capturing alphabet kind of a data. But on the other hand, here we were capturing a numeric set of data. So for numbers, we can simply go for count, and any kind of a text or alphanumeric or numbers. For numbers also, count A will work. Count A will work for everything, but count will work for only numerical data. So count and count A. So you should understand your data pretty much, like what kind of your input data is. Is the data is of number nature? Is the data is for text nature? Because we have formulas corresponding to, for text we have separate functions, for numbers we have separate functions. So categorization and understanding of data should be clear. Then only you will be able to get your correct outputs. Up to here, all okay for everyone? Yes. All okay?
Yes, Ravi, we are all okay.
Meghna, Sadia.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Great. Now, these are the set of products we have to see. And we have some prices for them. So some products are for 10,000, some are for 12,000, some are for 14,000, 16, 18, and 20,000. Now, onto this products, I'm offering some kind of a discount. So some products are sold at 5% discount, some are 9%, 6%, 8%, 4%, 7%. Now, if somebody asks me, find out the final price after the discount, then how should I find out? How would I find out? So 5% of 10,000 would be 500. 500 is the discount value. So what would be the final value? Yes.
9,500.
9,500. Now, how to get that output as 9,500 as a final price? If you have to do on a piece of calculator, how would you go down? Pratishna, can I give you control on my screen?
Come again? I didn't get you.
I'll give you the control. Can you do on my screen, please? Just unmute yourself and I'll give you the control.
Yeah, I'll just try.
Okay. Do one thing. First, unmute yourself because you can talk also.
Yeah.
Okay, type. Now you can type.
Oh, sorry.
Just click on my screen. You can use my screen.
Do you want me to write the mathematical formula?
Yes, yes. How would you do on a calculator the same way?
Yeah.
Oh, you connected through phone or laptop?
I connected through my phone.
Oh, okay.
This will give me the answer.
No.
If I'm not wrong.
Who are the people who are connected through laptop? Mansa? Mr. Vinay?
Maybe you can give me access to Pratishna Edaklapalli that I connected through laptop.
You connect, so you are connected with through two names, Pratishna and
Yes.
Pratishna.
Edaklapalli.
So
You
the
can
same
give it to
name
me.
I can give the control?
Yeah, Edaklapalli.
Okay. Yeah, I gave the control. No, this won't work. Let's take out a calculator once. So if I have to do on a calculator, the first thing I will do is I have the amount as 10,000. I will multiply this by 5 by 100 to get the discount value as 500. Now in Excel, if you find written as 5%, it is by default means 5 by 100. And that is also means 0.05 also. So other people's, what you do is you make the same case in your system and try to solve in the same fashion. From the next class onwards, I'll be sharing you a file, common file, which will be common to everyone. You will be doing it simultaneously with me. Anyhow, today it was just an introductory, so I just created few random samples. So 5% means 5 by 100, which is ultimately means 0.05. So what basically I did is I multiplied 10,000 with 5 by 100. Same thing. So any function formula starts with is equal to, what is 10,000 here? Here in this cell, I don't need to type 10,000 specifically. I have to select the cell address where the 10,000 is specified. Multiply it with what? 5%. 5% is as good as 5 by 100. I can directly select this. Now once done, you can simply press enter. Now what I get? 500. If I simply drag, you will find out that I'm getting the discount component. So 5% of 10,000 is how much? 9% of 12,000 is how much? 8% of 16,000 is how much? I'm getting the discount value. But is it my final price? Yes. Is it my final price? You purchased a product of 10,000. I'm getting a 5% discount. This is only the discount price. Correct? So this is only the discount part. How to get the final price? If I subtract from the original price, the discount part, I'll be able to get the final price. So basically what I'm trying to say is the multiplication of both give you 500. Now this 500, if it is subtracted from the original price, so 5,000, 10,000 minus multiplication of both. I get the final price there. See what I did to obtain the final price. I did price minus price multiplied by discount rate. Yes, please, everyone. Am I making sense to this one? Please try to do the same activity in your system also, all other people. I'll just take the control. Wait. Yeah. Yes. Meghna, Sadia, Pratyusha, Reshma, Vinay.
Ravi, I got it, Ravi.
Good. Others?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Somewhere your voice is echoing like you're sitting in disco.
Yes, yes, sir. I don't know, but why?
Okay, next question for you all. Keep the same product and prices. This time, make the case in the similar way. Discount, keep it below and write it as 6% constant for all. So then find the final price. Don't create a separate column of discount. So in this case, what we need to do is find the final price of the following products if the discount is kept as 6% constant for all the cases. Yes, Mr. Vinay. Yes, this is done. Not 94,000 you will get.
9,400.
9,400. So what you did here, Pradeshna?
The actual price minus actual price into the discount percent.
So can you write this for me on my screen?
Yeah, I'll do.
But it's not coming the same way, na? Your answers are 11,280, but it is showing you 12,000 only. Yes, how many of you are getting the same answers?
I got it right in the other sheet. Should I share my screen?
Yeah, please. You want to share the screen? Okay, just let me, I'll give you the control, then only I'll be able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Just try, but you wrote a 6% as a separate column, na? But if you just see my screen, my version, I wrote 6% as a separate at the bottom.
Okay.
Here you wrote 6%, 6% multiple times.
Yeah.
If you just see my screen, I have written the 6% only once. You created 6%, 6% multiple times, but I wrote it once. Okay, what actually happening here? So in this case, 10,000 minus 10,000 into 6%. Perfectly okay, I'm getting the correct output. But in the next case, B48 minus B48 into B55. What is B55? There is nothing in that cell. Because as you are moving down, the discount part is also moving down. So every time my discount part is moving down. So earlier it is B54. Now it's taking B55. What is that? That is an empty cell. Next time B56, B57, B58, 59, and it's keep on going down. Yes, Mr. Vinay. Sadia, Fatima.
So we need to freeze the discount column.
We need to freeze the discount part. Now, whenever, how to freeze and what way to freeze? So what is the way to freeze the thing? So you have a laptop keyboard. Within that, you have F1, F2, F3, F4. So what we need to do is we need to press F4 and few laptops Fn with F4. What do you mean by this? So my system directly works as F4, and few laptops you need to use Fn key together with F4. And if you are using desktop, then you can directly use F4. So either it would be F4 or function F4, any of the following. when you press this, so whatever, first you need to identify what component is constant in this. My prices are changing, but the discount is fixed. So whenever you have something fixed, we freeze it. Now my prices are specified in B47, B48 and something like that. So this is not fixed, but B54 is fixed because 6% is specified in B54 cell address. So we keep the cursor in the B54 and we press F4 or function F4. Now once we press F4 or function F4, any of the following, you can see some dollar symbols are indicated. Dollar symbol indicates my cell address is fixed now. Now once done, drag, I'll be able to get the correct output. Now see, price minus price into discount rate. Now all time it is B54, B54, B54. So whenever you want something to be remained constant, we freeze the cell address. Now how to freeze the cell address? By pressing F4 or function F4, any of the following. Now whichever component is constant, we keep the cursor in that and we press F4 thereafter or function F4. Now once done, thereafter drag, you will be able to get the correct output. So dollar symbol indicates the cell address is fixed now. Now, is there any other method I could have solved this? Since I know that every time it is 6%, I can directly write 6% as well. Now, if I drag, I'll still get the correct output. See, I directly wrote 6% here. Still, I'm getting the correct output. Now, both formulas are producing me the same result. Now, according to you, which method is the best method? Is the first method is the best method or second method is the best method? Which method is best?
First method.
First method. Why the first method?
You don't have to manually type 6 all the time.
I'll go for the first method also. The reason being, in tomorrow's date, if 6% get updated to 8%, you can see that my values will update automatically. On the other hand, if I write it as 8%, it is still calculating based on 6% only. So you have to every time make changes to the formula, reapply to the all, and that would be always time taking affair. So it's not a recommended method, the second one. The first one is always a dynamic method because as you keep on changing the values, you can see my values are also changing simultaneously. No need to change the formula at all. So this method is always a preferred method, first method. Application of dollars. So dollars are quite important in terms of Excel. Application, how to place the dollar symbols correctly. So very, very critical to Excel, application of dollar symbols. Because that way you're saving your time. You don't need to work out the things multiple times. As here, whenever the changes are happening, it is happening in real time in this. But here you have to update it manually. So you need to identify whenever you get a problem, any problem you get, you should always identify what is constant and what is variable. So in this case, my prices are variable because they are changing. They are different prices, but the discount is constant. So whatever is constant, always freeze. Variable, leave it as it is. Am I clear to everyone? Everyone.
Yes, Ravi.
Great. Soumya, all okay?
Yes, sir.
Sadia, Pratishna,
Yes, sir.
Reshma. Reshma, you there? Mr. Vinay?
Yes, Ravi.
Okay, great. So it's already 12:15. So I guess that's for the day today. I'll be sending you some assignment on your respective mail IDs, and also send you the current file. We'll also upload the video of whatever the things we are doing on a regular routine, and I'll be sharing on a drive where I'll pass on the link to you and you can watch that video. Anything else?
No, Ravi, everything is fine.
All good? Great then. Thank you, people. Thank you very much for the day. And we'll be connecting on Wednesday. Tomorrow, I guess it's a holiday for us. Happy Mahashivratri to everyone.
Yeah, wishing you the same, Ravi. Thank you.
All right then. So see you on Wednesday, and we'll be starting sharp at 11. And in the meantime, whatever the assignment I pass on, you do it and send it back to me so that I can evaluate and I can comment in the next section. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ravi. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.